once again for ADAPT. We're on the red carpet, one of my favorite charities. They're a fabulous organization, and we're here at Cipriani's in NYC. Stay tuned for all the action.
We are living the future. The future is now.
In the last 10 years, we have more than tripled in size and have dramatically expanded into other intellectual and developmental disabilities.
We're adapting to the students and the clientele that's coming into our programs each and every day.
ADAPT has always been interested in the utilization of technology.
And with us now is Linda. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Good. So you are now the CEO. This is your first year in that position.
That's
and
correct.
It's the first gala since Mr. Matthews' passing.
Yeah.
Tell us about your heartfelt feelings about this evening.
It's a lot of mixed emotion tonight. Last year at the gala, he had just gone into the hospital. And in truth, he was in the hospital from then until November when he passed. So it's been very difficult. He was the heart and soul of ADAPT, so we miss him, and we just can't believe that we're here now at another chapter in ADAPT Community Network. But our goal is to pay it forward.
Well, I think his spirit is with us tonight, and I know that he's proud of all of us for, especially you, for carrying the torch so well. Tonight, there's over 600 people attending, Linda.
Yeah.
That's a record number. So congratulations. People love us, right? They love ADAPT.
Let's hope so, yes.
Absolutely. So I think a theme throughout my career has been innovation, bringing technological solutions to improve customers' lives and people's lives. And I have the great privilege of working for Cox Enterprises, a family-owned company that's been around for 126 years. And our mission is to build a better future for the next generation. And part of what we do is to innovate and develop technology and accessibility solutions so that people who need those specific technology solutions can enjoy our connectivity and our TV offerings. It's all about the values of the company.
Okay.
It's about giving back to the community, and it's about supporting our employees. And I really felt a heartfelt drawing to that culture and that mission. And the Buddhists say that when you are doing your best work that you're good at, in the service of others, you are living in your Dharma. And I must say, at Cox Enterprises, I am living in my Dharma, serving all of our customers and our beautiful citizens around this country.
What were some of the things that you implemented? You have technology that allows people's remote controls and the set-top boxes. What specifically did you guys put together?
Yeah, a couple of things. So if you think about enjoying our wonderful TV offerings, we have a voice remote, which gets you right to the good stuff with your voice control. You can, some of our customers can use their eyes only to navigate the guide, and others use a tuck or puff mechanism to help them navigate. And then for our digital and e-commerce offerings, we offer Braille, we offer website readers. We live in such a digital world that it's so important to have those accessibility solutions.
I agree. I thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful time tonight. And please take back my glad tidings to your company, just to say that I said thank you. So thank you so, so much.
So in my life, even before my injury, when I gave up fashion photography, actually I was a care worker. I walked away from fashion, a very successful career, hanging out with the likes of Mariah Carey, Lenny Kravitz, to become a care worker. And people said, what have you done? You've walked away from this glamorous life, getting paid a lot of money, to be a care worker for a young man with autism. And I said, yes, but for the first time in my life, I'm happy. Because the first time in my life, I could see the direct and positive impact on somebody else's life. So I've been a care worker for 2 years, then worked with somebody with multiple sclerosis for another 3 years. So in my 30s, I spent 5 years of my life as a care worker, so I understand what that is. Then of course in my own journey, 10 years later, I end up getting injured and having to learn to live with disability myself. But I always say that was a gift because it meant I could connect with the people I document in a completely different way. So for me, my experience really means that I understand the work that ADAPT does. And I'm a big believer that you cannot empower someone else. Now, a lot of organizations, they talk about empowering other people. What I learned in my own recovery is that when I was in pain, putting prosthetic legs on, learning to walk, be bleeding, nobody could make me do that. I had to do that. What I needed was the people around me to help and facilitate my self-empowerment. So what do we have to do? I have my own NGO as well. We have to break down the barriers and stop people empowering themselves, and that's exactly what ADAPT does.
I have been proud to amplify the work of ADAPT Community Network for more than 20 years now. My brother is here with me tonight. He was diagnosed with autism when he was a toddler, and during the 1960s, there was not much support or resources for children with autism. They were typically told to go into a facility, and the parents were sometimes told to forget about them. ADAPT has shown what happens when you believe in the abilities of all people.
He's a cartoonist, right?
He is a cartoonist, and I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud to be his big sister, and he has truly inspired me, Donna, to do everything I can to amplify the work of organizations that help people who cannot help themselves. These are our cities, our states, and our nation's most vulnerable population, and it's organizations like ADAPT that answer the call to speak out for those who can't speak up for themselves.
And oftentimes their talents are our treasure, right? Like your brother's art or someone else's theater, they're able to perform. Like everybody has an it in life, right? And it's just helping them find their it and celebrating it in such a way that we all get to find that joy.
That's so true, so well said, Donna, because my brother has been creating cartoons since he was a little kid. And a lot of people thought it was just, what is that? What is he doing? It doesn't look like anything. And now he's a published author. Now, together, my brother and I go to schools and encourage children to pursue their art, to pursue their dreams, and to never judge someone. There was a time my brother could have never spoken in front of a crowd. Now he speaks in front of hundreds of children. So it's important to believe in them, be patient, support them, and that's what ADAPT Community Network does.
Why does ADAPT mean so much to you?
Well, I think two reasons. One, I grew up with two disabled parents my whole life from the time I was about 9 or 10 years old. So understanding the community and supporting the community has literally been part of my life. And I've been partners and friends with Jimmy Hausman for over 30 years. So Jimmy got me involved in ADAPT many, many years ago, and it's just an absolutely wonderful cause.
Now, your parents became disabled later in their life, so when you were little, it wasn't so, but then your family was challenged by that?
So when I was 7 and 9 years old, both my parents, who were in their 20s at the time, they got married as teenagers, they both had terrible accidents, and so they both became permanently disabled before I was 10.
Oh my goodness. So what is it about The Future Is Now, which is the theme for tonight, that resonates with your heart?
For me, understanding how important it is that we can make a difference if we just take that first step and say, hey, you know what? We don't have to talk about what we're going to do later, what we might do, what we want to do. We have to just take that first step, and that first step always leads to a second and a third.
You graduated from Hofstra University with your law degree. Do you ever go back to your alma mater to kind of give back to them as well through mentorship?
So it's interesting you say that, because my wife and I have set up a permanent scholarship years ago at Hofstra for kids whose families were either in the military or the police force, which is what my family was. My dad, when he broke his neck and his back, he was a New York City police officer. And so we set up a permanent scholarship. And just on this past Saturday, I received a letter from the recipient of the scholarship. It could have been the nicest letter I've ever received in my life, thanking me for helping him to go to law school. And it was so touching, it was incredible, and it was just 2 days ago.
And that's what tonight's all about too. It's about sometimes we might not ever hear from that person directly, but just knowing that our dollars, our time, our talent make a difference for me, it has always fueled me since the age of 12. It's my why.
By the way, I always say that being in a position and being able to give and then to give, whether it's money or time, is so selfish. I always think of it as being selfish. I received that letter. I would have paid any amount of money to receive that letter, and they're thanking me, and meanwhile I'm saying, this is the best thing I've ever received in my life.
I think it's amazing in this day and age to get this amount of people out to support a cause like this. One of a kind.
Now, Mr. Matthews not being here this year, Linda has taken the reins.
Yep.
What are your hopes for 2025 for ADAPT?
Continue to grow, keep providing services for the people who need us, and it should be a great year.
Now, this is a family tradition for you,
Yeah.
right? What is it that makes you still say yes? Because sometimes second generation, third generation, they don't really want to be bothered with the reasons and the whys of the people that were before them. But why did you personally say, yes, I'm still in?
Well, it's in my blood, first of all, and secondly, the need never goes away.
So this year, there's new technology that Cox has been helping you with.
Yes.
What other types of services do you need? Is there a wish list for you this year? Because they say the future is now. That's the theme.
It's AI, it's technology. It's going to make these people who have developmental disabilities, their lives better each and every day. The advancements we're going to see in the next 5 years are going to be spectacular. Hopefully Cox Communications will lead the charge, which I'm confident they will. And the future is bright.
And you have a lot of people that love you, people you went to high school with, all kinds of people. What does tonight mean to you?
Well, each and every year it's a culmination of a lot of effort on part of our staff and of our donors and of course our clients. And what it means to me is it's nice to see dedication and people who care in a world that sometimes spins out of control. And for me, each and every year it's a coming home.
Speaking of coming home, earlier tonight, your daughter is here as well. How many children do you have? You just have the one daughter?
I have 2 kids. One's up in boarding school and the other here is, present with us.
Okay, do you think the family tradition is going to continue in good hands?
Oh, it better. They pretty much have no choice.
I just love the fact that ADAPT always looks at the whole person and comes up with individual solutions, one person at a time. I think, we get caught up in this mob mentality, but ADAPT has always been very, very singular and targeted specific individuals to help them achieve, their life goals in the best way possible, the most technologically advanced way possible, always providing those resources. So I'm just excited to see what's next, and I'm always excited to be here. I love these people. I think they're just amazing and on the forefront of all the exciting, cool stuff.
No matter where you are in the world, you can make a difference. This is one of the organizations that I vet wholeheartedly. So please go check out more, make a donation if you can. We can make a difference by sharing our time, our talent, or our treasure. I'm Donna Drake, signing off.